Hey everybody, and welcome back to Greatest Good Tarot. Hope you're doing well and keeping out of mischief. That's the main thing, please. If health and safety matters, it's very, very kind. So how are you? I hope you're doing well. You're right there, yeah. So this is a current events reading for Jeremy Clarkson and the farmers. Yeah, he is now being praised as basically Saint Jeremy, which is an interesting approach. The one sticking up, all that kind of stuff. Is he the next Trumpy Trump? All that jazz. Which I think, obviously, a majority of it is mainstream media spin BS, right? But I think it illustrates how much people are desperate for change and desperate for someone to step up and that kind of thing. But I also would like to highlight the fact that we're going back to this collaboration that I keep bashing on about like a broken record. I'm so sorry about this, but beating into people. It doesn't matter about the colour of the rosette. It doesn't matter about all that rubbish. It's the collaboration, people putting their differences aside to stand up and just go, no, this is not right. So this, I think this is the start. This is what we've been bashing on about. So let's do a Jeremy Clarkson, reading. Because could you imagine? Some reason this has just popped into my head, and I don't know why. So I'm just going to flap my face and see what happens. But basically, could you imagine a Jeremy Clarkson and that David, what's his face? The one that the historian that got cancelled a couple of years ago. He looks like Penfold out of Danger Mouse. Oh, what's his face? You know him, the one that the flap. Could you imagine like Jeremy Clarkson, him, Kate Hopkins, a Russell Brand? Do you know what I mean? All of these different people coming together, and I know people have, and this is the thing. People have their own views about different people, and that's fair enough. But it's the numbers game, people. It's the numbers game. All these different, Jeremy Clarkson, I think, has got something like 7 million followers. Russell Brand has got about 6 million somewhere, right? This is what we need, and obviously there's going to be crossover and stuff like that. But I mean, this is the amalgamation of people to stand up and go, no, this is what I keep hearing about in my downloads, the collaboration thing. And I think this may give others the confidence to do the same. And that's why I'm intrigued about doing this reading. So, yeah, that's what we're doing. So if you're interested in current events and political terror and all that kind of stuff, and trying to work out what on earth is going on in the world, then please subscribe and ding-a-ling that bell, and that'd be very, very lovely. And come and join the village, the greatest good village, because it takes a village to support everybody. So I think these cards are now ready. Jeremy Clarkson, here we go. Jeremy Clarkson, cutting through the BS, straight out. Queen of Swords, straight out, just bash. Unfiltered, that's the boy. There we go. Right, so then we've got the Magician. Wow, putting the action in. That's what we're talking about here. 6 of Pentacles. This feels more about, it's almost getting the energy of the Justice card, kind of more balanced. It's like, no, you're talking, you're spinning, you're trying to cover your own back, you're trying to do all this. This is like Labour and all that lot. No, you're talking absolute twonk, absolute tosh, absolute rubbish, blah, 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 right? And then they're imprisoned by their own, like, look at this. Look at how the mole, this feels like Labour, feeling more and more imprisoned by the crud they've been doing. Look at all of this here, yeah? This also feels like the collaboration that I'm talking about, but mainly the rebalancing that I'm getting here. So the eight of Swords, like imprisoned in their own BS. He's cutting the BS out. Do you see what I'm saying? It's like we've got Labour. Oh no, what? Our worst enemy. Oh. This is what I'm. I wish, I tell you what, I didn't agree with everything he said, but he was the sort of chap that back in the day, I would have time to listen to, and it was a Charles Kennedy. Yes, he was a bit of an alcoholic. Yes, he's all that kind of stuff, but he always seemed to be genuine in what he was saying and stuff like that. And like I said, I didn't agree with everything, but I liked. I took the time to listen to him, to his point of view. Do you see what I'm saying? It's this is the energy that I'm getting over here. Yeah, where there is still that opportunity to kind of not be in the echo chamber. It does amaze me in the comments how so many people think that I'm on this side or that side of politics, right? I think this is mainly because, the Conservatives have done jack up to this point. So there's nothing for us to do a reading on. Do you know what I mean? They're just squabbling amongst themselves and all that kind of stuff. So, if you need a label, if you want to put a label on me, independent, I think personally, just humbly little old me, majority of them are as bad as each other. They're not worth, and it was proven in the last election that most people feel like none of them were worth voting for. So yeah, it's that kind of situation. I thought I'd just mention that because it came up a few times when I was perusing the comments this morning. So yeah, there we go. That's what we've got here. Good start. But there is worry. Obviously, I think this is the farmers and that kind of stuff. And then we've got the calm the F down card, the 4 of swords here. This is boding well. This feels like why are they offering? This feels like some form of negotiation. Some form of behind closed doors negotiation going on here with the Knight of Pentacles. Obviously, the farmers and Clarkson and all that, they're putting their action in and being resourceful and all that malarkey, right? With the magician and all that kind of stuff. They're crapping themselves, quite rightly. This over here, the Knight of Pentacles, does feel like some sort of like bridge building or some form of kind of behind, like, back doors kind of thing. This is I think Labour have realised truly how bad this is. Quick movement, quick decisions. And then the 4 of Cups, contemplating on this offer, of this negotiation, of this situation. There is a lot of movement going on here. A lot more. I think a lot more people are going to be starting to speak up. Now, Clarkson has done that from his unique position, and I think that's really quite. The dam is now broken on this. The Empress. They've got more. The Empress down here is like, yes, you're surrounded by the fruits of your labour, your harvest, quite literally, farmers, yeah, that make perfect sense. But this is more, what it actually means is your knowledge base, your skill set, your mindset, your understanding about things, the resources that you've accumulated over the years, your driving licence, if you've got one, and the car and the house and the roof and all that. It's all of it, yeah? So I feel like, apart from this negotiations, there's no one else in here really apart from farmers and trying to bring things together. They're contemplating different moves, contemplating this backroom deal thing. Yeah. But either way, there's all this movement and communication and moving forward and all that kind of stuff. Quick. There's 8 of Wands, lots of chipping away. And I do find it interesting. Because I try and watch as much as I can time-wise, all sorts of media. Okay, I'm not in an echo chamber. Just wanted to mention that. And one of my one of the videos, I'm sure I mentioned how it was interesting that people like Talk and GB News are not constantly pummeling this this agenda. And this was last week. Bearing in mind, Talk TV is owned by Murdoch. So, yeah. And then someone did mention, I wish I could remember your name, I'm so sorry, did say, well, Ofcom rules and regulations and blah, blah, blah and stuff like that. They need to be tried as neutral as possible. And I did comment back saying, but they do have choice about their editorial. They do have choice about the stories they pick and things like that. And then lo and behold, this week, it's almost like they're in my head. Get out of my head. They're suddenly doing all these reports from farms and farmers and stuff like that. And it's like, now we're talking. Because you can still be, neutral. You can still, report the facts and things like that. But they're shining the light on it. And that's what I was hoping for. And I'm glad it's happening now. So overarching energy of the base. Oh, that's beautiful. The Beyond card, the Epic Arcana, as we're now calling it here. One of the 4 extra cards in this deck. So it's where your soul, your third eye, higher self, higher being are all in alignment. You're in the zone. You're resonating at that kind of higher frequency. Yeah. Overarching energy for the farmers and stuff like that, and people involved. Apart from beautiful, perfect. They are doing. It's almost as if they are doing God's deeds. They are doing. Did that sound pompous enough? Oh, they are doing great things. They are doing great deeds. Underlying energy. Page of Pentacles. Page of Pentacles is very much planting the seeds of opportunity, manifesting stuff. Where else can we go? What else can we do? I think this feels like a third party, though. This feels like other interest groups kind of building bridges, which is why I kept highlighting like the Pride film. And I'll leave the links down below. And yes, they're affiliate. It helps out the channel. We're saving up for a new laptop. So basically it's like, well, they'll do down there, right? I'll copy and paste them across. So Pride, the film, is about professional homosexual types from London who are teaming up with striking miners, coal miners in Wales, to fund them and try and support them and that kind of stuff. And it's a real story. It truly happened and that kind of stuff. And it's based in the 80s. So you've got the whole kind of scare of AIDS and all that kind of stuff going on as well. And it's quite, just as a historical piece, it is a very good kind of representative of kind of like friendships forming where you would least expect them. And that's what we've got here. This is why I keep bashing on about these collaborations coming together, So now we've got the base level. If you're new here, we always go to get an understanding of the energies here, and then we build on top of that. Okay, so let's get the prediction deck out. Let's have a look. How's this going to go down? How's this going? Where's this going? All that kind of jazz, please. All the goss. That'd be gorgeous. For the greatest good for all concerned. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Always be appreciative. And it is amazing that I kept going. We kept asking, who is our UK Bobby Kennedy, right? At no point did we ask who is our UK's Trumpy Trump. And I think we would have gone, actually, it's Clarkson, isn't it? It's clearly Clarkson. But I do feel sorry for him a little bit, because obviously he's still going through, what I can gather, health issues. He's now eating like a vegan, which I'm sure is cutting deep for him, and stuff like that. His heart condition, I think it was, only a mere few weeks ago. So rising water, we keep getting it for Labour. We keep getting it. If you're new here, it's the sinking ship, the rising water, the tsunami, they're constantly drowning. They're trying to swim, kicking, and all that kind of stuff. But they keep getting weighted down, heavy burdens, all that kind of stuff. So straight out with the rising water. Security cameras. Airborne. Okay. Holding power. Oh, okay. holding their nerve, holding their situation. Notice that holding power is over the Eight of Swords here. They are, no matter what, crapping themselves. That is a technical term. It's a metric crap, and so we are both EU regulations in the metric system, and also it's a technical term. Can you tell I've been told off by language? And I was like, I'm not swearing. I haven't said anything naughty yet. So the security cameras here does feel a bit ominous, a bit kind of, because if you haven't watched, and I've been bashing on about this on when we stream on Twitch, which just an update, I'm reviewing the situation over there. Time I enjoyed having a weekend off and having time to just like mosey around and do things, and it was like I don't know what to do with myself. So just to review the Twitch stream, I am reviewing how that can fit in beautifully with our new village over here and stuff like that. I am reviewing it, so just bear in mind if you're straddling the social medias, okay? But I have been bashing on about Clarkson's Farm forever, which there will also be a link down below. If you haven't got Amazon Prime, and you can watch Pride and Clarkson Farm, I believe, on Amazon Prime as a streaming thing. I'll even give you a link to a 30-day free trial, so you can even watch it for free and then cancel, right? That doesn't bother me, right? Admittedly, I will get like £2 for you to sign up, but that's going towards the laptop, as I have aforementioned. So it's like... But it's to get educated. There's 3 seasons of Clarkson's Farm, and it's nothing. It's truly nothing about him apart from his screwing up constantly. It's the professionals that he has around him. It's the true farmers that have this place to have a voice, to talk about things that are going on their farms and that kind of stuff. It's the education of the paperwork they have to go through, the costs of things, stuff like that. It is an education. If you have not watched it, links down below, okay? And in that, the reason why I'm bringing it full circle is there was talk about how the UK government uses satellites to actually take photos of crops growing in all farmers' fields and having kind of bird's eye view constantly, so they know what's being grown in what field roughly, that kind of thing. It is kind of, that's what I'm getting with that. There's a lot of data that the government has, and a lot of squeezing of the paperwork and what they meant to do and that kind of thing, and all this rewilding that you'll learn if you haven't watched it already. I'm planning to rewatch it, start from the beginning and rewatch it again. It is a repeatable thing. It's like old school Top Gear. No matter how many times you've seen it, you're going to watch it because it's just so good. And it's all about farming. It's just go and watch it. I'm not being paid, well, unless you click the link. I'm not being paid. But this feels very much like the sort they've got, that there's a lot of like data that they have on farmers and stuff like that, and it feels as if they're going to somehow start pressuring in that way. So there's something dodgy feeling here. It's like, we know how much you grow, we know how much this, that, and the other. We know by the paperwork you've got this, that, and the other. It's just like there's something malicious going on here. But there's uprising. Yes. We've got the energy weapon, our mind, our awakening. Yeah, notice how beautiful. He's like, it's yes. We can see. You cannot unsee what you have seen. You cannot unhear what you have heard. This is it. This is the people waking up, seeing it in other areas as well. And this experiment is worrying them, because it's not just. It's not just kind of They're doing it to the pensioners. They're doing it to the nurses or the hospice care staff, and Tesco and all that are also moaning that their bill is £1 billion now for tax and all that jazz. Right? This experiment is failing. Yeah, it's almost like you've gone too far, and yet they're still doubling down on it, trying to hold power, trying to control everything. Kind of like this just doubling back. This feels like some sort of blackmail-esque kind of thing going on here. To try and relieve the pressures, they're going, well, this person does this, that, and the other on their farm. You know what I mean? Naming and shaming. That's the kind of thing that I'm getting over here. But the damage is done. People are waking up. The battleship. See what I mean with water and stuff like that? This is a fight that they weren't expecting. This is a fight that they were thinking that was going to go elsewhere. This just going to be a little kind of niggle and it will disappear. This feels as if like game, set, match kind of energy. And the last card here, good outcome. Yes, game, set, match. The damage is done. This is tiptoeing towards a general election. I've said, 18 months, 2 years? Well, yeah, about a year, 18 months, didn't I? This is it. The crumble, the happening. Overarching energy. They're trying to take by force. They pull people apart. The collaboration thing, very important here. We have been ushered to divide and divide again, and in communities and stuff like that. But we are seeing. We talked about it in Ireland about our Irish brothers and sisters. Yeah, both sides are coming together. The Catholics and the Protestants are coming together because they realise this fight is bigger than us individuals. Yeah, if they can do it, yeah, we all can. We should be learning from the Irish as much as possible. We should be learning from the Americans. God help us. Just add cheese with it. Just everything there is just add cheese from the Americans. We should be learning from these other places and just kind of collaborate together as much as possible. This is what we're seeing here. This is beautiful. Underlying energy. But we've still got these shadow rulers, the WEF kind of thing, the UNs, the EUs, the legislation, all that kind of stuff. They're still plotting and planning and scheming. So, interesting. Very, very nice. Let's get some more tarot. So what's the advice we should hear for Jeremy Clarkson and the farmers and that kind of thing? What's the advice, please? So if you're enjoying this reading, please thummy like. It genuinely helps out the channel so much. If you're really enjoying the channel and you would like to contribute on a monthly basis, you can join the Village Elite membership here on YouTube. It's the first link down below in the... Well, no, actually it won't. It's one of the first links because of the Prime thing and everything. Skip past the Prime stuff. The Amazon stuff and Jeremy Clarkson and our kind of like our references there. Then join the membership. You'll see it right there, the top one of the list, as it were. And that's here on YouTube, where you get additional readings and stuff like that. We've got 2 fascinating readings today for them. Looking at the future of the NHS, and what's the other one? I can't remember. Hold on, let me just go and click on my glorified Excel spreadsheet. Elite members, they are getting today, and train drivers and the unions there. So they were both suggested by Lucy. Hello, Lucy. You're right there. So that'll be coming out at some point today as well. And that down there is also where you can get a link to personal private readings over on our website. That is the only place you can do personal private readings. And you need to get a village ID, a username and password to be able to log back in to then get access to your readings and stuff like that. So just follow the steps. Step 1, step 2, step 3. You only need to do step 1, step 2 the first time you're using the service. And just keep logging in and enjoy it. All right? There we go. Nice, simples, easies. Andy, I've completely finished all the Celtic crosses because I do those in batches because they take, just because of the time they take. they are all cleared. So there are options available if you've been waiting for some time. Right. Queen of Pentacles. Ooh. Very much mumsy energy I'm getting there. Very much kind of farmers providing, that kind of thing. Something else, and I'm not quite picking up on it. Something else there with the Queen of Pentacles. I'll double back in a second. Let's keep this moving and grooving. Two of Wands. Very much looking into kind of, it's like planning the next move, it feels like. The next opportunities, the next places to go, people to see. Hold on, the white balance gone a bit weird. There we go. Sorry about that. Technical difficulties. Lovely. This is why I'm always worried about The Shining, because the white balance, auto balance and exposure and stuff goes cray sometimes. This feels like further afield of where they're going, what they're doing, teaming up with people, that kind of stuff. I think there's definitely a collection of people that are thinking long term on this. King of Pentacles. King of Pentacles is the glorified accountant of the deck for the new boys and girls. So it's not about money, it's about worth and value and standing up for things that are important, morally, ethically, that kind of thing. Okay? So the fact that we're kind of providing and also standing up with morals, and that, I think this is the collaboration that we're talking about here. I feel like the Death card, yes. Something about putting their differences aside. I don't know what it is with... This could be some Labour Party members finally kind of going, no, this is too far. They're coming together. There is something here about some traditional Labour supporters, at least. At the bare minimum, but I think that this feels kind of like MPs, backbenchers, people finally kind of like, no, this is going too far. This is ridiculous. It's that kind of energy. Teaming up together, how can we support each other kind of thing, especially with the Death card, which is my favourite card in the deck, which is all about rebirth, reborn, renewal, new beginnings, new starts. Yeah, so that's gorgeous. Yeah, they're starting, but this feels kind of like this collaboration getting bigger. Justice, yes, the balancing of it. 8 of Wands, quick communications. Okay, yeah, they're realizing they've bitten off more they can chew here. They're realizing how badly things have got. It's taken them a while. They're not the cleverest bunch, are they? I found coffee. Cheers, people. I'm specifically, focusing on the 3 of Cups here. I think these are 3 specific things. So if one is farmers, one is the national insurance thing, for employers. I'm trying to work out what the third one is as examples, but it feels as if those 3 things there, that's causing the most backlash. Could be the pensioners actually thinking about it. These 3 specific policies so that they can keep the ones they really want, it kind of feels like. Do you know what I mean? If we give away these, sort out these 3, then the rest of the tomfoolery that we can get away with is like swept under the rug kind of thing, Taking the leap of faith. Taking the leap of faith. That's beautiful. The Justice card here, by the way, is truth, good standing, all that kind of stuff. So the fact that the everything here is beautiful for the farmers and the quick communications happening. But taking this leap of faith, that's beautiful. That we're doing it a different way. The Tower, once again, Labour's going to crumble. Yeah, this could be it. We may be maybe a week or so out, but it's finally coming. Here it is, the final tomfoolery of Labour. And Page of Pentacles, that feels like someone waiting in the wings, but I don't think we haven't met this one before. No, I don't recognize the energy of the page. It's a new member of our soap opera that we've been doing over the last couple of days and weeks. But this feels very much like the pentacle keeps coming up as like a clipboard and pen, kind of rushing into an office and going, right, lads, right, ladies, we're screwed. Here are some options, yeah, to rebuild this tower, the Labour Tower. But it is falling now. This is it. This is happening. This is too much pressure, too much weight. Suddenly it's crumbling. It's suddenly coming down because of all three that were like separate originally, and now they're all clubbing together. The pensioners, whomever is like Age UK and all that lot, reach out to them and go, we want to join in with the farmers. We want to, how can you facilitate that? How can you make that happen? What can we do? It's that kind of thing. I'm telling you, it's, don't sit alone. Come together. Overarching energy. Star. Yes. Divinely guided. We're heading for our North Star as a collective, as a country, heading towards where we're meant to be going. Yeah? We've veered off. Now we're coming together. Putting aside our differences, you know? That's beautiful. That is sexy. That is brilliant. For the North Star to come up, or the Star card, I should say, like this is all divinely guided. This is heading in the right direction, along with what I keep on bashing on about, Pluto in Aquarius for the next 20 years. This is it. This is the transition really happening now. The snowball is starting to grow. The domino effect, whichever metaphor you want to use. It's that. This is the start now. Underlying energy. They are stuck. They are stuck. There is no moves. No one will let them off. I remind. I know I said it yesterday or the day before. They all merge together. One of the readings I did mention that Andrew Neil, the journalist, spent 2 weeks in America, came back. Only like in the last couple of days, and couldn't believe that everyone is still bashing on about the budget, and that was like a couple of weeks ago. And you know, and he was reflecting like normally in a, people have moved on by now. They've been able to spin out of it, but they can't. They're just stuck. No one will let them breathe. No one will let. The pressure is truly building now, and it's only going to get better for us, you and me, scum class, if we keep clubbing together, building together, making things happen together. All right? So let's get the final little bit. Oh, hold on. You know, they're shiny. They swap and move. Where is it? The one underneath, the sun. Happy, joy. The sun is rising slowly but surely. So it's, we're getting there. We're getting there, people. So, just slid across again. So, yeah, this is good. Right. So, truth, knowledge, and wisdom for this spread, please. Truth, knowledge, and wisdom for this spread, please. Doop-a-doop-a-doop-doo. Very great. It's good. So, stop. Yeah, stopped in their tracks. Straight out. Notice that it's on top of the Eight of Swords here. Notice that it's the death. Stop. It is done. It is no more. We have got, they've trapped themselves over the Five of Cups. This is why I love the layer thing, because it's like they all look through each other kind of stuff, you know? It's like our own version of cardboard 3D chess. It is lovely. Expensive cardboard, I mind you, but it's lovely. So Trump. Not Trumpy Trump. Get out my head. Trap. You know, they're stuck. It's the Eight of Swords that's come out twice now. You know, it's that kind of energy. Triumph. Yes, Labour's crumbling. farmers are sorted, other people are sorted, the small businesses are sorted. Do you see what I mean? It's like it's all coming back together again. The pensions might be sorted as well in this case as well. I know they're going to court they've been given permission to go to court that we did do a reading on a week or so ago. Go to the channel if you haven't seen that one. But it's this, yeah, it's beautiful. Last card. Calm, relax. Now, let's put our neck on the line here, right? Because it normally, if we're talking about the UK as a whole, and like we normally get care or support card, overarching energy, that love, that affection, parenthood, that kind of thing, right? What card have we got here? They're being bullied out. What's that one underneath? Gift. Oh, beautiful. It was worth a shot, wasn't it? Because we're always going to get that. Self-love. Okay, it's inwardly now. Self-love, self-care, self-respect, self-worth. People are picking themselves back up again. They've been compressed and kind of boxed in and like pressure. And it's all sorting itself out. This is beautiful. Okay. So I'm going to leave it there, I think. If you enjoyed this reading, thummy. First time here and you want to continue to stay with the village, please subscribe, ding-a-ling that bell. You're more than welcome. Come and collaborate with us. Down in the comments below, if there are any particular people that you thought these certain peoples were, especially these MPs here, it feels like Labour backbencher type people, right? They can clearly see where the tide is turning, as it were. Please, if you think you know who they are, put them down in the comments down below. Educate myself and the rest of the village. And that's also where you can suggest future readings on the channel as well. I find them and I put them in the glorified Excel spreadsheet. But until next time, where we do this crazy shenanigans all over again, take care. Look after yourself. Be well. And thank you for your company. I'll speak to you soon. See you later. Ta-ra.